but we'll get into that. Welcome to another episode of
Nerd Out.
I'm Randy and Brian, and yeah, maybe this is a little late, but who cares? Because it's not really a time.
Never.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna give you our thoughts on Han Solo. I'm sorry, Solo, a Star Wars story. I had low expectations, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I was expecting a heaping pile of dookie, and I enjoyed it too, man. I thought it was fun. Thought it was way better than people are giving it credit for.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate too. But you know, it's like the thing is I've only talked to one person that like is a friend that didn't like it. Every other person, Nick, he didn't like. He saw it last night. But he's the only person. Like every other person I've talked to, Ryan. Magnus sort of was 50-50, but everyone seemed to be like, hey, I liked it. And I don't think it's because of lowered expectations. I think because it was a Star Wars movie in the sense of like, you went in the theater, you sat down for 2 hours, and then you left the theater and you had a good time.
And it was lighthearted, it was over with, it wasn't like brooding.
Right.
Like, please no more, you're ruining my childhood.
By the way, there's some spoiler stuff in here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna spoil
It wasn't, exactly. It wasn't like, it wasn't so connected that you like knew that you were gonna get stressed out and sick for the next 2 years. You went in, you got the job done. They gave you a couple little tidbits for the future. They created some new stuff.
Yeah, and it didn't change anything. It didn't change anything that you've already seen, which I liked about it. And like what you said, they put some tidbits in to expand this universe that they're gonna do.
Right, absolutely. Like we'll get to that part, but it wasn't life changing. What I was scared of is I thought that they were going to overly focus on the little things that they mentioned about Han Solo.
Me too. I thought it was going to be about that.
Yes.
You're like, and that would have been really bad.
That would have been really bad.
All the stuff that I can't even think of an example right now, but the shit that everybody's really like, how Chewie met him and all that, they didn't focus on it. It just happened and then moved along.
Absolutely.
I like that.
It moved on smoothly. There's only one. Okay, I mean, it wasn't. I'm not going to say it was a 10. I would say it's about an 8. But there's only one part of it. See, what happened... I'll go back. I did not like The Last Jedi, and I like bits of The Last Jedi. But the problem is, for me, with The Last Jedi, for the most part, was through the whole thing, I was on the edge of the seat because I kept... My mind was not on the movie. My mind was on, like, what the fuck am I seeing?
Yeah, it's like, when is this gonna get real, man? Luke, be Luke!
Right.
Like, Luke wouldn't be... Like, Luke died before the movie even started.
Well,
in my opinion.
I just couldn't... I couldn't sit back, relax, and let the movie be the movie. Yeah. With Han Solo, beat per beat, nothing took me out of the movie, except for only one part.
And he felt like Han Solo.
Yeah.
He really did. He made it his own, but I'm like, I can see this.
Yeah.
Why not?
I think he did a great job. I don't think he was... I don't think if you were to comb the world that he would be the best Han Solo that ever could have been picked.
But he worked.
He absolutely worked. Absolutely. He was definitely an efficient and charismatic Han Solo. I think, obviously, Donald Glover did a great Lando impression.
Yeah, he pretty much nailed it. I think everybody sort of
even
nailed
Emilia Clarke, who was terrible in Terminator Genesis. Terminator Genesis was just the worst. She was fine.
Rough.
The only part of the movie that I will say that, like, if I were to beat up on, was the way that Han Solo got his name.
That was stupid. Yeah, that was stupid. And they didn't need to put that. Like, they don't need to explain how he got his name.
No.
You know, just like,
and to
that
be
was
honest
too
with
much.
You, if they even just shortened it a little bit, it would have been better. Like, they were like, what's your name? Han. Han who?
Solo
I don't know. I'm by myself. You're by yourself? Which means you are? Yeah, I'm by myself. So you must be Solo. Like, they really dragged that out. And I think it really played badly. But that was...
From the uncle you never had.
Right.
Imperial officer that was like... Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. It was the one beat where I was like, all right, you kind of played on that. And that's fine. It was one. But, I loved... What I liked most...
I thought the movie... Like, when I was watching it, the first 15 minutes, I thought it was going to suck.
Okay.
Like all the parts on Corellia, I was like, I hated it.
I liked it. You didn't like that like centipede character?
That was cool. What's Lord Proxy?
Yeah.
Proxy.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, I thought that was cool.
And Moloch, like I did a whole little like review on Moloch, and he had a lot of speaking parts. Moloch was the guy with the gas mask that looked like a mystic from Dark Crystal.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
He was pretty cool. Half of the reason I like Star Wars, and I confess, is characters and costume designs and in the world. Like that is like half of the battle for me.
I thought those range troopers were pretty sweet.
Oh, were those the ones on those crazy bikes?
No, the magnetic boots.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to figure that out. Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's pretty cool.
I was trying to figure this out before the movie came out, and I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah. As far as character design goes, absolutely my favorite were the what's the bad guy? What was
I don't know what they were called.
His Mandalorian guards. They're not Mandalorian guards.
Yeah, but just his guards, whatever. Yeah, those were pretty cool.
And I thought the Boba Fett costume in the background was pretty hilarious because how many times did you think it was going to move?
Oh my God, so many times. I'm like, is that a statue or is it going to move? Is Boba Fett going to jump in here? That's the cameo? Cool.
I think that they made the right choice with that.
Me too, because I think if they expand this, which I think they will.
I think so too.
I think that's going to end up being Boba Fett's armor.
You do? You don't think it's a generic Boba Fett?
Well, I think it's like I think the whole thing is Boba Fett has probably gone through some armor in his past.
Like, so you think he finds that
something or it's given to him, or like maybe in one movie he gets the shit kicked out of his armor, needs a new armor. Like,
well, he does switch from Empire to Jedi his armor a little bit.
Yeah.
What I did notice from that statue is it looked like he had rookie braids, so that seems pretty specific, right?
Yeah, I would have think so.
Yeah. And again, I'm not saying that this was the perfect movie. I think it was the perfect Star Wars movie. It was what we needed. It was lighthearted and enjoyable, and like I saw it twice, and I enjoyed it both times. Like it was
pivotal. I mean,
you do think?
I think when you look back at it, it's going to be pivotal because I think what they're trying to do, and I hope they do it well, is they're trying to create like a universe that runs parallel with things we've already seen.
Okay, yeah.
So
which is tough to do.
It is tough to do, but I think that like we will have like if they do like say 20 movies, right? They all go. They can introduce characters back here that show up in episode 9 or episodes.
Right.
So they could do that, and it'll get to a point where you'll have like scenes that feel like they were cut out of Jedi.
Right.
Like you'll see it from a different angle, and I think you're gonna look at it.
That's cool. I think that's a challenge. Like everyone's always comparing it to the Marvel Universe, and don't do that because the Marvel Universe got to start from scratch. Here's Star Wars. They're going back and forth and back and forth. Like this is a challenge, and I think another thing I liked about Han Solo is it was subtle. It didn't recreate so much. Like it was just sort of
it was just a fun heist movie.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. And obviously the big reveal, the big spoiler is the Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I thought it was really neat because it's like he's around then, and I mean that really opens it up for some crazy stuff. Like I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do, but I mean you could have Obi-Wan versus Maul. Well, we already.
That's what it's gonna be. That was the sole purpose of doing the Darth Maul.
It gives you reason to have Obi-Wan. It brings in his adversary, and it's like
absolutely. At the time I was watching it, I was a little shocked because I'm not familiar with the Clone Wars. I did know that they did bring Darth Maul back, but like in my head I was trying to figure out the timeline of how this was possible. So it did, and I also didn't notice the metal legs when I first, and I don't know how.
Which is cool because it's good that you didn't, because that's just, like in the Clone Wars, he had obnoxious spider legs.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like I think basically people thought it was really lame, so they gave him just normal robotic legs and like
One thing that was kind of cheesy about that scene where he's holding his lightsaber and he ejects his lightsaber just to show like look at me. Like, did you notice that?
No, I only saw it once.
It was a little like wink to the camera. Like it was like shh, you know. It's like I don't know if they needed to do that, but and also we had talked about this. It was not the same voice actor who did episode 1.
No, and that bothered me. That bothered me a little bit.
And he looked aged too, but I mean that's just
20
natural.
years later.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
How old is episode 1, man? We're old.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Like Ray Parks is he our age? You're a little older?
I think he's a little older than us.
That's kind of crazy.
He's a crazy martial artist. He'll stay on longer because, he works out now.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm happy for him because I think that he got the short end of the stick. Because,
yes, he did.
Because, I mean, he was truly spectacular. And even though it was a small role, like, he was, in my opinion, and this is maybe controversial, I think that the episode 1 lightsaber battle between him and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon is the best lightsaber battle in any Star Wars movie to date.
It's good. It's good. I'll give it. I sort of like the one between Obi-Wan and Anakin in episode 3.
At the end of episode 3? Okay. All right.
But definitely, I mean, it's just a choreographed fight scene. Episode 1, and I hate to say
the tension creating by those force fields was what did it.
The prequels are sort of...
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, I'm sort of getting into them.
All right. So, after Han Solo, I watched Revenge of the Sith. It was on, like, TNT. It's on. And I'm not going to lie, after watching it, I was like, Revenge of the Sith is sort of almost a really good movie.
Yeah, I mean, like, and so is I don't want to say it.
Don't say episode 2.
No. Episode 1 is like, I watched it, and I'm like,
yeah.
Like, it's not as bad as it was, like, then.
Right.
It's sort of... It's aged well.
It's aged well because they sort of...
I watched them all. Actually, I did. Even 2.
You know what it is because now we get to watch them without that intense Star Wars fanaticism that we had.
Just watch it as a movie.
Just watch them as their own series. Now, that's not to say, people, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that all of a sudden the prequels are good. And first of all, I do want to say,
well,
they are for what they are. I was always a prequel defender. I was a fan.
I wasn't.
I
enjoyed not liking them. If that makes any sense.
So, like how most fans are about Last Jedi right now, like they love hating The Last Jedi.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's different. Like the prequels, I had my issues with them, but I never thought like this isn't a Star Wars. Like Last Jedi is completely different.
That's a different situation.
Different level. I don't enjoy not liking The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I actually, when I came out of Phantom Menace, I was a fan. Like I was completely a fan.
I wasn't.
Oh really? Yeah, you
hated Phantom Menace, and then episode 2, I was like, thank God it's going in the right direction. And I know everybody hates it, but it was all action and shit happened, and I needed it.
I watched episode 2 in the theater 6 times just to try to make myself like it. Like I
liked it from day one. I loved it, especially the end. I'm like, it made me need to see. It made me sick about episode 3. Like all I did for 3 years is read everything I could. What's gonna happen in episode 3?
Yeah.
Call my brother Dave. What's gonna happen in episode 3? I called everybody. I freaked out about it. Like that was episode 3. Was one of the biggest theater going experiences.
Wow.
Like one of them. I mean,
I think episode 1 was the biggest, but it was just such a disappointment for so many people. I think episode 3 is legitimately a good movie. I'll put in my order of Star Wars. Now, we'll just do that. I'm gonna go right here and just say it. Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars movie.
Empire Strikes Back is mine.
Empire Strikes Back is the best movie, but Return of the Jedi is my favorite.
Good deal.
So you can judge me and you can say whatever you want. And then I'm going Empire, A New Hope, Rogue One, Han Solo. Oh, actually, this is where it gets muddy because Revenge of the Sith. I'll say this: Revenge of the Sith is before Last Jedi.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm about the same with you. I'd like I would reverse one, like your top 3,
yeah,
like somewhere. But all my top favorites are the original trilogy.
Yeah, me
in
too.
one way or another.
I think we can all agree that everybody's is.
Yeah,
and it's just what order. I think that defines it. Like, is it defined by your order of the original trilogy, which one your favorite is? Is it by your age of like when you saw it? Like, what does it say about
I think
you?
maybe what you had the most access to, like, I don't know. I mean, just Empire Strikes Back.
It is the best one. I mean, I think that's no doubt. Like, technically, as a film goer,
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's also my favorite. Like even if it weren't the best one, I think it'd be my favorite because it's a point in my life that I remember very well when it came out. I remember I lived in Traverse City at the time, and I just I just remember I probably saw it 4 times in the theater as a kid. Like everybody would take me to see it, and it just that's when I was hardcore into toys.
Yeah, see, that's how I feel about Jedi. Like I feel like Jedi was like when I was
actually I wasn't. My brother was hardcore into toys,
right.
So I saw it, all the toys and everything is like very young.
Just
me too.
I mean, they're all great. Like, there's a lot of people who hate Jedi, but I think I just connected with Jedi, and I'm not gonna lie, I like the fucking Muppets everywhere. Like, I like the Gamorrean guards. I'm into that. And I think Han Solo provided a lot of that. Like, lots of cool like droids. I did not like L3.
Why not? I don't know. Everybody hated her, and I sort of liked her. I thought she was sort of entertaining.
I thought that she could have been toned down a little bit. I thought she was a bit too much. With that said, like the second time I saw it, I didn't think it was as bad. But the first time I saw it, I thought it was a little like, this is who I am. But and you actually gave me a really good comparison that made me appreciate her a little bit more. Is you said that she reminded you of of the character in the movie Titan AE, which I'm a big fan of, who was voiced by Janine Garofalo.
Yeah, Stiff.
Yeah. And when you gave me that comparison, I looked at her in a different light, and I did like it better. So that was good. But I would say that, like, I wouldn't run out to get my L3 action figure. Whereas, like...
No, I didn't care for the design or anything. I thought it was a stupid design, but I didn't mind, like, her personality. Okay.
I loved how they made a mention to Bosk. That was cool. And Aura Singh. Like,
that was cool. Yep.
And I loved how Two Tubes was a part of the movie. Did you recognize that? Two Tubes was the coolest looking character in Rogue One. He was like the guy, Saul Guerrera's like right-hand man.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he was cool.
I love that. I love how they just like incorporated that in there. Overall, like, honestly, I think it's unfortunate that Star Wars fans are so, I don't know what the word is. I'm not happy with Star Wars fans. I think
you know what though? I'm one of those fans that's pissed.
I know.
And it's like, because they can't keep making shit like Last Jedi, and they can't just disregard fans and call them all man babies.
But
like,
they are man babies.
Maybe, but you know what? We're the man babies that see it 7 times.
I get it. Like,
so make something that don't take Star Wars Episode 8 and make it your own. I mean, give it like, you know what I mean? JJ set it up for something, and like Rian Johnson just totally shat on it. And it's agree. Like, you can't do that.
I did not like all of Last Jedi. I like bits and pieces of it. But overall, I don't like that movie. But, like...
So would you like them to make it better the
yes,
next time?
But,
you
like...
not give them your money.
But it just... I think every franchise, something especially big as Star Wars, is entitled to an oops. And I
agree, but they're not calling it an oops. They won't even acknowledge it.
Of course they're not going to acknowledge it as being an oops, though. Like, how would you say, yeah, we really fucked up? Like, they don't say... Like, Marvel doesn't say, you know,
If they want my money back, all they have to do is say Rian Johnson's not going to do it anymore. And then
I don't think that Rian Johnson isn't capable of making a good movie. He just didn't make a good movie. Like, I know. He just didn't do it.
It's like, this is the movie that they were completely behind the director on. Rian Johnson could do no wrong.
But don't you respect them for that, though? Like, getting behind their director. This is like the
Not if it's a bad product. No, I mean, they... Like,
the thing is it's not a bad product. It just wasn't a product I liked, and it's a boring long movie.
But the problem is, it's like not. It's a product that a lot of people didn't like.
But it's a product a lot of people did like. So
I know,
it's
but
like
it's the nays are beating the yay on this one. I mean,
yeah, I think you're right. I think
like,
it's time.
Look, Solo's a good movie.
Yeah,
and people won't. They're like,
but it got shit on in reviews. Whereas, like, and again, like, how do you decide? I think Last Jedi is technically a good movie. I just don't enjoy watching it. Like, if I'm going to go and put in all my movies, my Star Wars movies, The Last Jedi is the one I'm probably going to put... No, Episode 2 is the one I'm going to put in last. But, like, I'm not running to... I wasn't excited to go see Last Jedi again. Where Han Solo, I was excited to see it again.
I agree.
Where we will be in 5 to 10 years? Like, could Last Jedi age to become the best? It might, but like not watchability wise.
Yeah, because I mean the whole thing is, don't make the Empire Strikes Back comparison. No, don't. No. Like, people, when I remember not knowing what was going to happen in Return of the Jedi, and I was shitting myself.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and like that's how the whole audience was. They were like, oh my, like when Vader.
Yeah, no, I agree.
People,
like, I don't really care so much what happens in the next one.
Yeah, and Ryan just took you to a place you don't care about.
You're
like,
right.
Whatever, man, I'm bored.
You're right.
Like, I don't like it. It's not even that I don't care. I don't like it.
I don't
He
either.
betrayed my characters, and it's like, maybe that's you have to do to be creative and artistic, but I'm not seeing Star Wars to be art. I don't mean
no.
that,
I mean, I do want a little bit of both. I don't even feel betrayed by the characters. I just don't think it was a very good movie. Like it was like technically good. It looked good, but like Han Solo is just a throwaway film.
And it was fun.
But it was a fun Star Wars movie.
Yeah, it was enjoyable to watch it a few times.
That's what I want. Like if I want, I don't know, if I want to sit there for 2 hours and 40 minutes and like really just like look at something, I'll watch Blade Runner 2049. But I don't know, there's something not rewatchable about Last Jedi. And here's the thing: is Han Solo almost is the most rewatchable of the new ones. Like, I think it's more rewatchable than Rogue One, maybe. How many times?
I watch a lot of Rogue One.
How many times have you seen Solo so far?
Once.
Wow, you've only seen it once?
I only saw it once.
Oh man, that's crazy. I saw it twice, and to be honest with you, if I got the phone call like, "Hey, I'm going to see Solo," I would go see it again. And unfortunately,
see it again.
It's getting a shitty backlash because, and again, like I don't get into this, but like people are striking like, "Oh, I'm not gonna see this because I didn't like one of the movies." Like, I don't be that guy. It's okay not to like something.
It's okay not to pay money if you don't like where the franchise is going either. They're not telling you to not do it.
I agree, but like they are 3 movies in.
Yeah.
And 2 out of the 3 movies are home. I don't know. A lot of people didn't like Force Awakens, but I thought it was a home run.
I think they did 3 out of 4 good movies.
Right.
I agree.
So, like, I don't know how people are just like exiting the doors already. Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
But they're
like,
not exiting to kill it. They're exiting to course correct. They're not going to know that they're going in a direction that people don't want until they don't pay, you know? And I mean,
that's a fair statement.
Like, these people, they want Star Wars to make billions of dollars. They're not saying, like, they want it to be.
Right.
And I think Star Wars is one of those things where the fans, they are a part of it.
You think that they control it, and you think they should?
No.
Okay.
But a little bit. They should, I think that the creative...
freedoms? Liberties? Sorry.
I think the creative staff has to listen to fans. I mean, you have to give them, like, what they want a little bit. It's like Force Awakens, in no way was it what I expected or wanted it to be. I'm like, it was still good.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, it's not that... How hard is it to make a Star Wars movie that people like? He had to, like, go out of his way to make a bad one.
Yeah, but at the same time, like,
I'm going to make it mine. I'm going to redefine everything that people love about this.
But do you also feel that, like, too much fan service is... I mean, too much...
Too
like,
much, yeah,
it's
100%.
It's all about finding that middle ground, I think.
Yeah, and it's not about taking people's... what they love about something and killing it, which is what he did. Like, I walked in there... I wanted to cry at the end. Before we saw, I'm like, I expected to leave the theater crying because Luke was going to die. For different reasons,
right.
Yeah, I was like, and I remember Josh and you about it, like, dude, your hero's going to go out, and you're going to, and we all expected it, but it just occurred in the worst possible way.
I agree.
It could ever, like, every fan idea, every conversation we had via text, this is going to happen, it was all better than what they actually did.
I think you're right.
And that's like why, and it felt intentional to me.
I don't think God, no, I know. I'm like,
it's so
I know I'm drudging up like some like emotional things. Like I'm emotional about it too because I have come to terms with the fact that I don't like The Last Jedi. But I don't like it because I feel like I was betrayed. I don't like it because I don't think it was a good, entertaining movie. Like, I don't have a problem with Admiral Akbar not being
betrayed, though.
Yeah, no, I guess you're right.
I mean, they betrayed your trust. And they have the most brilliant, creative geniuses on the planet. All they got to do is listen a little bit.
Yeah.
Luke could have died 100 different ways. They could have taken it any direction, but
I agree.
they did. And it would have been good.
And then we always bring this up, like, could it be possible that Episode 9 will make Episode 8 make sense? And I mean, that's a possibility.
I don't know. I mean, I can't see it now, but is it possible? Sure.
I can't see it now either. I do not want to see them rewrite the whole auto correct everything. Like I don't want like Snoke to magically reappear.
No,
I don't want them to change Rey's parents are now Admiral,
No, I get it.
I don't want that.
Me neither.
The only thing I want to be auto corrected is Luke.
Me too.
But I think the way it's set up is that Luke's spirit ghost is a whole new aspect of Star Wars that we never got.
Do you think they'll be able to make them interactive? Because I mean, if he just sits there giving advice,
it would be so stupid if he just did that. At that point, like I don't know, like look, I'm gonna start getting tired because I'm gonna start thinking about all the things that make me upset about Last Jedi. Instead of talking about all the things I liked about Han Solo. Han Solo didn't make me overthink anything. Nope. I sat there, I enjoyed it. I don't think it was a perfect movie. I'm gonna give it an 8 because of entertainment. Okay. And I also thought it was beautiful looking. I really loved the dirty, grimy look.
Yeah, it was gross. Yeah. Like that. Like Corellia was gross.
Yeah.
I liked that too.
There were moments.
That wasn't my favorite part of the movie. Yeah, but I thought it looked good.
I didn't feel like there weren't things in it that made me want to cringe. Like the opening of Last Jedi made me want to cringe. It was just
with the mama joke.
Yeah,
the
mom joke. Oh, that was the worst. Oh
yeah,
man.
It sort of made it felt like it didn't feel like a galaxy far, far away. It's like it's how we talk.
You know what else I noticed about Han Solo that started with Last Jedi is I'm not being prudish, but I've noticed that they've kind of started using like minor swear words in it. And I got to be honest with you, I'm not a prude, but I don't think it fits in with Star Wars to hear the word ass.
They did say ass, didn't they?
It doesn't. I'm not. It's not a prudish issue. Trust me.
But not in Star Wars.
It doesn't. It doesn't feel right in Star Wars. I think what it does is it takes you out of it being a galaxy far, far away.
Yep. Yeah, like come up with a new word for ass.
Yeah, absolutely. Make something like a cupola.
Elgar card.
Yeah. It just. I don't know. There's something about it that sort of took me out.
Who said ass? I remember that now, and it sort of slapped me.
It started with Poe Dameron said he said ass, but in Solo there was a couple. I don't remember the swear words.
I know you're right because something hit me like a slang word. Or something
it just didn't work. I thought all the performances were good. The bad guy, I can't remember his name.
Dave Kruger.
Yeah. It was your brother.
And Paul Bettany.
It was down to like the way he unbuttons his shirt. Like everything was your brother, and that's an inside joke that maybe no one will get unless you go into deep cuts of these episodes. I was talking, and I'll mention this before we wrap it up. Like, I was talking to I don't like to speak for any other people, but I was talking to my friend Ryan Magnus, and he mentioned that he didn't feel that the bad guy was big enough to carry that movie, and I argued it because I don't think that his purpose was to carry the movie. But he, and again, he's not here to defend himself. But I thought he was fine.
You know what? I sort of agree. I see both sides. I thought he was fine too, but I think he was just there as a building block.
Yes, me too.
To the guy that
I agree. Like I don't think he was meant to be.
And when he made all the references to the guy that he worked for,
Crimson
Dawn, I was
Dawn?
thinking the whole time that was Jabba.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then it showed Maul, and I was like, oh,
I'll tell you one thing I loved about that movie.
I thought you were talking about Jabba.
Oh, I'm glad they didn't. That Jabba wasn't in it either, but they did set it up for the future. Like, I mean, are we gonna see another Han Solo movie?
I hope. I mean, I don't know if we'll get a Han Solo, but I think we'll see him.
We'll see him in Lando movie or something.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna go straight for like making Avengers to make that comparison again.
Yeah,
but it's like I think they're gonna. They can't do episodes, but I think like the Obi-Wan movie will probably have Han Solo in it. Like, Marvel, how Civil War had Iron Man in it, and he was like half this. I think they're going to pull stuff like that. And I don't necessarily team up.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, just appear. I think that as long as they do it where it doesn't shrink the universe too much, I'm for it. I think an Obi-Wan movie is I don't know why they need to get on that. I visualize a very... isolated western, western, where it's just like about like
all on Tatooine.
Yes, I do. I think it needs to be mostly, and I want it to be really almost as if it's like no dialogue. Like I want like a really silent, wandering in the desert type movie. That's what I want. I want it to be very isolated and very like I don't know. That's just how I visualize. I visualize it as like some sort of like Clint Eastwood Western where he's just walking through the desert and like things happen, but like I want it to be very sparse. It's just my
like
visual.
he's defending Luke from a distance.
Yes,
like somebody comes to get him.
And also he's dealing with his like internal sadness because he would be incredibly sad. Like he just went through all that.
Watched all his friends brutally get killed by his apprentice.
Yeah,
it'd be a shitty feeling.
Yeah, like actually, they announced James Mangold is doing the Boba Fett, but actually after watching Logan, I think he would be a better fit for Obi-Wan.
Yeah, but do you think Obi-Wan is going to go in that direction that you're talking about? I mean, that sounds sweet, but like...
How else do you think it's going to be? I do think so. I think that it's going to be a very... I kind of visualize kind of an artsy movie. I don't know why. Maybe I'm full of crap.
I don't know.
What direction do you see?
I don't know. I have no idea. I guess, that's a cool idea, what you're saying. I guess I would imagine it more... They can't make it really lighthearted, I guess.
I don't want to see lighthearted Obi-Wan. Like, I want lighthearted Star Wars movies. I just don't think that Obi-Wan's story is a lighthearted one. I mean, he's becoming a hermit. He just watched his whole entire, like...
So what would happen? I mean, it's sort of a hard... if it's going to take place after Episode 3, which I guess it has to.
Yeah.
What do you... I mean, he sat on a shitty planet for 18 years.
It's true.
Scorching in the desert. Like...
Obviously, he's got to have some conflicts, but I mean, obviously, and again, they set it up with Darth Maul as that being a battle. Like, that has to happen. I mean, there's no other reason to do this if you're not going to eventually get to that point. But I just kind of see it being, like, his like, internal struggle and his, like, on Tatooine, but it's like, I'm not a storyteller, so I can't narrate.
I would have to see him leave Tatooine. Like, somebody comes and finds, like, hey, we need your help.
Oh, really?
Like, sort of like in Episode 4, like, he just gets dragged into an adventure. Maybe he doesn't have to leave Tatooine.
How about he has an adventure and then gets to Tatooine by, like, halfway and then goes through that, like quiet
So you would pick it up before the end of Episode 3?
No. Wait, where did he go? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because Episode 3 ends with them on... But maybe he didn't stay there, though. I mean, he's like, they're never... He's just a baby. They don't care. Maybe he shows up when, like, Luke is 12.
That is tough. I think it needs to stay on Tatooine, but that's tough.
I mean, it sort of does. I mean, but
it would be different because one of the great things again with Han Solo, what I liked about Solo, is that they did go to so many different worlds, and you get to see that, and I do love to see that.
I do too. It helps a lot.
It does, and I think Rogue One also benefited from that. So anyways, I loved it.
Go see it, guys. It's good.
Yeah, look, you're entitled to feel the way you want. I'm not going to try to change any of your views, but all I'm going to say is, like, look, Star Wars, it's here. Enjoy it. Han Solo was enjoyable, and don't overanalyze it. Just go see it. Until next time,
Nerd out! I got it.
Yeah.